Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Friday afternoon, November 11th. We are looking at window traders market profile of the S&P. I'll tell you what, man, Bulls, standing ovation, not only for yesterday, but even for today. Couple of things, sometimes that, we talk about that things that didn't happen are just as important as what did. So what didn't happen today? Well, in the ES and SPY, they tried to get to the base of the price probe, never got it. We did gap. We knew that gap wasn't going to hold. Excuse me. But they never got to the price probe. So the sellers couldn't get that. That didn't happen. But on the flip side, the Bulls had five attempts at single prints today. And none of them held. Is that a big deal? Not necessarily. Right? We knew they were going to get a battle of 4,000. I was even surprised to even attempt to go trend, to be honest with you, in B period. In C, where else was it? C, and then I, J, K, you name it. I was surprised they even attempted them. So volume today lighter, about 85 million, but still have the after hours, so not bad. A fantastic week. The SPY is up about $22 for the week. We're up in the weekly, the daily. We're going to go over all these charts on all three of these indices. The triple Qs finally broke out to the upside on the weekly, and the monthly came into balance for them. It had a good day today, and believe it or not, most of it was from the short side. I took one long today. I took a short in A period to fill the gap. That worked. Took another short to possibly get the price probe. Couldn't get it out. Took it off right before. I'm like, okay, that's close enough for me. So two quick shorts in A. B period shot up. I'm like, I'm not convinced yet. I'm just, first of all, B period was just absurd after the consumer sentiment came out. It was absurd. The way it ripped to A's high, A's low, and then finally took out A's high. When the algorithms get agitated like that, I just let them settle down. So I did nothing in B. I did nothing in C. I actually took a short in D period. To stop the one-time framing up. That one worked out nice for me in D period. And then in G, I took a short when it went back higher quickly against the overnight POC. I thought maybe, just maybe, we would get an afternoon rally higher. I wasn't really looking for it with higher value, but I'm like, maybe they'll fail there. But remember, at that time, we never got the IB high or low yet. So that worked out, just a small one. Then in H, I flipped. Took my first long of the day to go pop the IB high. So made money on that one. And then in L period, took an innovative trade. It looked like they were going to come and break and finally stop the one-time framing. Took the short, and they came down and filled the single prints. And that was it. So it was a good day. It was a very good week. I think I'm very thrilled how I saw the week for the most part. We do have a poor high on both ES and SPY, and these are weekly highs. We have a poor high in Qs. It's a weekly high. And Russell never took out the IB today. However, they held their gap. M is the gap fill for me, not N. That's the overnight to me. So they held their gap. They do get 9 wide, and they have an afternoon rally high in K. So what does this mean for Monday before we get to the our reference points and stuff? Well, we have a pretty wide range again, right? We have a pretty wide range again, which means we have, what is it? It's just under $6. And the only thing we have is a day's high and low. Now, I'm not going to totally ignore B's high because that's where the market attempted to spike from today. But we came back into an I. If L did not get back into it, I would have definitely used it as a firm reference point. But I don't like the way L got back into it, so I'm not really using it. But I certainly won't ignore it on Monday. So are we going to open above 4,000 and do more damage inside of September 13th day? Or are we going to open below 4,000 and below B's high? And again, there's not much in here, right? Because the day's low. We knew we would not take back September 13th day in one shot. We took back 2 sets of single prints. We got above 4,000. So that's pretty good. There's still a couple more sets of single prints. And then the real big hurdle would be the huge gap and then the 200-day moving average up above. It might be healthier for the daily to come into balance prior to trying to attack that level. Because if they keep going up like we're going, attempting single prints, large gap below us on poor structure, they might get there, but it might not spend a lot of time up there if that happens. As far as our destinations in SPY, 399.35 is this week's high, and it's also a poor high. Now, I gave you the single prints yesterday. I'm not going to give them again. I will give you above that, 401.06 is the highest accepted price from the 13th of September. And then 403.10, daily high, and filling the gap at 407.51, a 441-point gap. SPY just missed, trading at 400 today by 65 cents. For the downside, 393.61 today's low. Price probe of 393. Oh, that's all yesterday's. You have all that. So only the downside is 393.61. ES, downside, is today's low of 51. Then the upside, today's high of 09.75, which is a weekly high and a poor high. And I gave you all the single prints from yesterday. So that's all we're going to do on ES, so we don't spend too much time on those. Now, let's go to the charts and break this all down as we head into next week. We have PPI on Tuesday, and then we have options expiration on Friday. So here is the Russell. 11 days into the month, that's a very nice candle, but you know what? It's still just pure balance, okay? It's a 3-month balance right now. That's all it is. If we take out September's high, we'll see how far we get, whether we call it a 4-month balance or not by the end of the month. But right now, the monthly is firmly in balance. Weekly is up. One-time framing up now for 4 weeks. So the weekly is healthy, okay? We almost got up to this level, the 189.86 level, right? That triple top up there. What did we get up to today? Nope, we missed it by about $1. So we'll see if we can get above this triple top next week. So the monthly is balanced, the weekly is up, and the daily is firmly up. Held their gap today very small, held the large gap from yesterday, and closed above the 200-day moving average. Impressive. So Russell, monthly is balanced, weekly is up, daily is up. Triple Qs, monthly finally comes into balance. It's a 3-month balance right now, September, October, November. So that's a feat that they accomplished. The weekly, up, finally we took out. Right, 2 weeks ago, we stretched the balance high and then rolled over and almost went to the balance low. We didn't miss the balance low by that much, $5, but still. Now what did we do this week? We come out of balance to the upside. So the weekly is up and the daily also up. Gap is our main focus below here. And then on the ES and SPY, so our monthly is balanced. It's a 3-month balance, September, October, November. Look at this, though, from the COVID low. For now, remember, it's a monthly chart, so we don't know to the end of the month, but for now, they're trying to get above that trend line. Weekly, up. We exploded out of a 2-week, well, we were including this week as a balance until we got above it. Exploded out of balance to the upside. Again, the next destination on the monthly and weekly is 411.73. But again, before we get there, we have to take back this day. We started chipping away at it today. Took back 2 sets of single prints. There's still 2 more, right? And then there's the huge gap and the 200-day moving average. But the daily is up, with the gap being my main focus. I hope you had a good day and a great week trading. Really appreciate the likes and subscribing to this YouTube channel. Enjoy your weekend. Stay safe. And we'll speak prior to the opening on Monday.